Stop setting your air conditioner to 26 degrees C. Experts recommend the ideal temperature for best results. Hello everyone. Is it just me, or is this summer unbelievably hot? You barely move, and you're already drenched in sweat. The news keeps saying we could break all heat records. In this kind of weather, staying inside with the AC running seems like the only sensible thing to do. But today, I want to talk about something many of us might not have considered. Are we really using our AC units correctly? Do you instinctively grab the remote and set it to 26 degrees? If so, you might want to listen up, because that simple habit could be the reason your electricity bill is so high. To get the most accurate and useful information, I spoke with Mike, an AC specialist with 35 years of experience. He's installed and repaired countless AC units and helped so many families over the years, especially older folks. He shared a surprising fact. Two similar-sized houses with identical AC systems can have electricity bills that differ by more than $30 a month. Mrs. Johnson, from the Chicago suburbs, regularly sets her AC to 26 degrees C. Her monthly bill? Over $400. Mr. Davis, living in downtown Los Angeles, took Mike's advice and used what he calls a golden temperature setting. Guess what his bill was? Just $250, and here's the kicker. Mr. Davis says his house feels cooler and more comfortable than Mrs. Johnson's. What's going on? What makes this temperature so special? That's what this video is all about. Revealing the secrets of AC usage that have been misunderstood for decades. What's the right temperature for older adults to save money on their electricity bills and stay healthy during the summer heat? Let's start with why so many people are convinced that ACs should be set to 26 degrees C. Many will say, isn't that the government recommendation? Don't they promote it in public buildings? Well, yes. 26 degrees C was a widely promoted recommended temperature by government energy efficiency programs in the past. But we need to consider the context. That recommendation goes back 30 years when the electricity supply was less reliable. The government encouraged setting ACs to 26 degrees C to conserve energy. Plus, AC technology was completely different back then. Most units were fixed speed without the smart, variable speed technology we have today. Even if you set it to 26 degrees C, it couldn't precisely maintain that temperature. The room temperature would fluctuate a lot, so the government chose 26 degrees C as a somewhat acceptable middle ground, not necessarily the most comfortable or healthy temperature. That 30-year-old recommendation has mistakenly become the standard. Mike shared the example of Mr. Anderson from Dallas, who always insisted on setting his AC to 26 degrees C. Because of his old unit, the temperature would drop below that. He'd get cold and turn it off. Then it would get stuffy and he'd turn it back on. He was constantly switching it on and off, resulting in a ridiculously high electricity bill. Mr. Anderson also felt exhausted from the constant temperature changes and even caught a cold. So sticking to outdated standards hurts both our wallets and our health. We need a new standard that's better suited to our bodies and modern AC technology. So what is the ideal temperature for older adults? When Mike told me, I was surprised. I asked, 28 degrees, won't that be hot? Mike assured me it wouldn't, and that it's actually a more comfortable and healthier choice for those over 60. There are three main scientific reasons for this. As we age, our basal metabolic rate decreases. We generate less body heat. So, at the same room temperature, older people naturally feel cooler than younger people. Our blood circulation isn't as efficient as it used to be. It takes longer for warm blood to reach our extremities. Even a slightly cool breeze can make us feel cold and uncomfortable. We lose muscle mass as we age. Muscle helps us maintain body temperature. If the room temperature is too low, our muscles can contract involuntarily to generate heat. This is why some seniors experience stiffness and cramping when the AC is on. Setting the AC to 28 degrees Celsius isn't just about saving money, it's also about protecting our health. Research by the American Geriatric Society shows that the most comfortable indoor temperature for people over 65 is between 27 degrees Celsius and 29 degrees Celsius, with 28 degrees Celsius being the most balanced temperature, placing the least strain on the cardiovascular system. Last year, Mike worked with Mrs. Williams, 72, from Phoenix. She used to set her AC to 26 degrees Celsius, but always felt leg soreness and stiffness at night, which disrupted her sleep. Mike suggested she try setting the AC to 28 degrees Celsius and using the auto mode. After just a few days, Mrs. Williams happily called Mike to say she no longer woke up with sore legs and was finally sleeping through the night without feeling cold. She found the AC setting comfortable, not too hot at all. Just changing the number on the remote made such a big difference. Now, some of you might still be skeptical. Will 28 degrees C really feel cool? Is it even worth turning the AC on? If that's what you're thinking, you're underestimating the power of modern ACs. The key is their powerful dehumidifying capabilities. ACs cool us down, not just by lowering the temperature, but also by removing moisture from the air. When an AC starts running, humidity levels can drop quickly from 70–80% to 40–50%. That change in humidity has a huge impact on how our bodies feel. For example, at 28 degrees, with 80% humidity, it might feel much hotter and very sticky. But if the AC lowers the humidity to 45%, even though the thermometer still reads 28 degrees, it can feel significantly cooler. That's why setting the AC to 28 degrees C with dehumidifying makes you feel dry and comfortable. Setting it to 28 degrees C also allows variable speed AC units to work most efficiently. If we set the temperature too low, like 26 degrees Celsius, the AC compressor has to run at full power to reach that target quickly using a lot of electricity. Then, once it reaches 26 degrees Celsius, the compressor slows down or even stops. The temperature rises again, and the compressor has to ramp up to full power again. This constant cycling wastes energy and makes the temperature fluctuate. But at 28 degrees Celsius, the temperature difference between inside and outside is smaller. The variable speed AC compressor can run at a consistent lower power-saving energy and creating a more stable, comfortable temperature. Don't just focus on the number on the remote. Consider the humidity and how your body feels to enjoy your AC in a smart and healthy way. So we know 28 degrees C is ideal. But when you come in from the heat, can you just set it straight to 28 degrees? If you do, you might think it's not working. That's why Mike recommends a two-step approach: cool down quickly, then find stability. Let's say it's 2 p.m. and Mr. Brown from Miami comes home after working outside. The house is like an oven. The thermometer reads sweltering. As he turns on the AC, remembering what he heard, he sets it to 28 degrees Celsius. After 20 minutes, he still feels sticky and uncomfortable. Frustrated, he turns the AC off and takes a cold shower. That sudden temperature change makes him sick the next day, and he has to see a doctor. When Mike visits, he teaches him the correct steps. Quick cool down. When you first get home, open the windows to circulate the air. Then close the windows, turn on the AC, and set the temperature to 25 degrees Celsius or 26 degrees Celsius with the fan running. This quickly brings the room temperature down. Temperature adjustment. After 30 minutes to an hour, when you start feeling cooler and more comfortable, increase the temperature to 27 degrees C. Stable comfort. Finally, set the temperature to your ultimate target, 28 degrees C. Mr. Brown replied, "We seniors don't understand these things." After trying the method, he said, "I feel so comfortable and cool." It's that simple. Lower the temperature initially, then gradually increase it. Finally, settle on the most comfortable and energy-efficient 28 degrees Celsius. And remember to use the auto mode, which allows the AC to detect the temperature and humidity and automatically adjust the fan speed and other settings for optimal comfort. Even with the temperature set correctly, the direction of the airflow matters. It's just as important as the temperature setting itself. Many people direct the airflow straight down or toward the sofa. Mike says this is a mistake. The air should be directed upward towards the ceiling. Cool air sinks and hot air rises. The cool air circulates through the ceiling and gently spreads throughout the room, creating a consistently cool environment. If the air blows downward, it settles near the floor, leaving your feet cold and your head hot. This can cause circulation problems and lead to health issues. So we've learned about 28 degrees C proper airflow and the right startup procedure. Now Mike's going to share even more advanced tips for managing your AC. These tips involve adjusting the temperature based on the time of day and the current environment. Mike taught these steps to 2 seniors who saw significant improvements in their sleep and electricity bills. Morning, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., set to 28 degrees C. Midday, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., set to 27 degrees C. Evening, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., set to 28 degrees C. Night 10 p.m. to the next morning, set to 29 degrees C as your metabolism slows down. This prevents stiff joints and other discomfort. Mrs. Anderson had her temperature set to 27 degrees and would wake up with freezing knees. Following Mike's advice to set her thermostat to 29 degrees Celsius at night, she's been sleeping better than ever and waking up refreshed. You can use the timer or sleep mode on your AC unit to automate these changes. Mike often gets the same question from seniors. Should I turn off the AC when I leave the house for a short time? His answer is often the opposite of what you might think. If you'll be gone for 30 minutes or less, it's usually better to leave the AC on. AC units use the most energy when they're first turned on. Turning the unit off and on again requires more power than leaving it running steadily. One of Mike's clients found that his power bill increased when he started turning off the AC every time he went to the supermarket. Mike told him to stop, and his bill went down $100. If you'll be gone for 30 minutes to 2 hours, set the thermostat to 30 degrees CC. If you'll be gone for more than 2 hours, turn the AC off. But remember to follow the proper startup procedure. When you return, open the windows with a fan to exhaust the hot air before turning on the AC. Once the room cools down, set the thermostat to 28 degrees C. The best way to use AC is to adjust it based on your schedule and the current conditions. Finally, here's how to make your AC even more effective and cost-efficient. Use a fan. If you set your temperature to 28 degrees Celsius and use a fan, you'll circulate the cool air more effectively, and the AC will be extra effective, and it will save money. The fan should be below the AC unit facing the same direction. Remember, set the AC to 28 degrees Celsius and add a fan for maximum comfort and savings. Mike has now shared 35 years worth of knowledge on how to use AC properly. The key takeaway is that the temperature needs to be constant. The 28 degree house setting might not seem to be working at first, but be patient. Once you're used to it, you'll love it. If this video has helped you, please leave a comment saying, "I'll try 28 degrees C." Wishing everyone good health. May the 28 degrees C setting bring you the best summer ever. That's all for today's video. See you next time.